What I will work on today is attack and counter while boxing.
It's been a few days since the start of the camp. Do you see some change in the fighters over here? Are they starting to learn some new techniques?
Well, compared with the last times, I have the idea that the level of the fighters is getting up. So I don't know if it's because of us, but I think that everything what they learn here, they bring back to their gyms, and I think it's working. Yeah.
There is no doubt that you have some part in all this, but you know what I am expecting to see tomorrow, the amateur tournament. A lot of the guys are working with you since the past few years, and we're going to see them for the first time fighting in a big stage. What do you expect to see?
Well, I hope to see that the training we do and I do work for them. And I already heard in the previous times that some of the fighters use the techniques they learned from me, and it worked for them. So then I'm very happy, and then I'm very satisfied with the training I've given to them.
So when you see something from you that you've passed on to the next generation, it feels good, yeah?
Of course. I mean, that's why I'm here for. I mean, I like to travel, I like to come here, I like to do my job. And if I see it works, yeah, I'm very happy.
And finally, what do you expect to see on Senshi 22?
I hope also in Senshi, I hope to see that the level is getting up, it's getting better. I think the level is good already, but yeah, you always want to see that things are progressing and getting better and better. So I expect that to see.
We're working on a lot of good things, actually. It's every day is always something different. I get different groups, so I obviously plan from the night before of what I want to do, especially from the night before, watching stuff that they're probably deficient at. So and I try to put it into the next day, you know, making them better. That's all.
I see a lot of pro guys here working with you today. Is it something special they want to learn before their fights next Sunday or in the weeks that come? We know that the amateur tournament is starting tomorrow.
Yeah, look, I think each to their own, and if they like my style of teaching and what I teach, I'm very raw. I'm very tough with what I teach. A lot of my training is a lot of contact work, but I do it because I like keeping it real.
We're doing today some technical lessons, and in the afternoon we do a little sparring that they can try out the things that they learn in the morning.
I see that a lot of professional fighters are today here on your training. Is it are they working on something special over here, or is it just because of the camp?
I think it's just because of the camp, because yeah, you see the camps are growing and growing and getting bigger, and getting more people every time. So everybody knows now about this, and they want to participate in it. So yeah, it's really growing.
I want to give them a lot, you know, and with words you can explain a lot. With words you can go into their brain, but it's all eventually what they do, practical. What we do today is footwork. Like yesterday, I watched a lot. What I've noticed that people can go forward easily. So probably they go to the gym and they learn attacking. And when they attack, they only need hands and legs to go forwards. But how important is it to be a great fighter, or even to become a champion, that you need to adapt? So you need some footwork. So these kind of little drills, you can see that they come in trouble when they need to do the footwork to the side. Even simple side movement to the left or to the right, or even backwards, is sometimes difficult. Like I said previously before, it was like everybody can do the 1-2 forwards and the 1-2 backwards. That's not a problem. But the fight is so dynamic, you know, that you have to be different, because everybody can go forwards, and we have thousands of people like that. You know, you want to make a little change. You want to be different than anybody else to become a champion. So that's the thing you need to learn. Even though it's really simple and it's not that tricky or whatsoever in their minds, but it's really important for the next steps and for the next level.
In your career, was that the key moment, the key skill that you had as an advantage against your opponents to be such a great champion, the great movement?
I think so. You know, I could adapt easily. against the boxer, I wasn't the better boxer, but I tried to start with kicks. And I didn't mind to go backwards, so now and then, just to feel, just to give him the attention that he could go forwards, but it also just to give him a bait to come and to counter, you know? So that would be another option. And you have to be patient, you have to be secured, you have to be confident to do that. But a lot of guys want to fight with their heart because there the confidence comes from. But it's not all the time. Sometimes the confidence comes from the brain. And that's what I'm trying to put in.
Some of the other coaches said to me earlier that they more frequently start to see things that they coach, the people that are learning here that are using in the ring. Do you see some of your skills passed on to the next generation? Do you see it on the ring on Senshi?
I see it. So now and then I see it. You see them being eager. We put a lot of attention to it, that they have to learn that we are here for them. You know, and if they just train just to train, they stay on the spot where they are at the moment. You know, if they want to grow, they have to get out of their comfort zone and to listen. And put their ego aside, because in the afternoon we do sparrings and then you see them going back to the old patterns. That's normal, by the way, so we don't mind, but every time we try to put the attention to the things they have learned. So eventually, for one guy, it's going to work immediately. For the other one, it takes time, you know, so we don't mind, but we see it, yes.